And I pray that Detroit goes wild tonight. 7 kickers and all our gear in a rental van. Playing music, never sleeping and working on the neon tank. We played the barn down in Santa Florida, with Ben Roberts out in Camden Park. We plugged it in up east of Bull Run and the place went dark. Back when the old stuff was new, back before the buses and the hard-working boys in the crew. Well, it was one big party, but the papers called it paying our dues. Back when the old stuff was new. Oh, the stories we could tell if it weren't for the code of the road. About the buckboard, Bear Creek Cowboys and the Grizzly Road. You know the weather turned bad and Scott stale. The tornado nearly stole the show. But we just danced in the rain and listened to the thunder roll. Back when the old stuff was new. Hats off to the KC Opry and the Illigaroo. It was one big party, Uncle Joe, you know we owe it to you. Back when the old stuff was new. Coming from the old school, taking on the world alone. Next day, can't wait, tearing up the interstate. Every place to play was home. Balls out, no doubt, this is what it's all about. Begging for a place to play. Swinging with our low friends, praying that it never ends. Working trains a single day. Back when the old stuff was new. Back before the buses and the hard-working boys in the crew. It wasn't one big party, but the papers called it paying our dues. Back when the old stuff was new. Hey, it's still one big party, you can call it whatever you choose. You make me feel like the old stuff is new.
for now.
Party for Miss Weber. It's going to be a blast, but she's not here yet. Come here. Come here. Surprise! We gotta get out of here. Let's look up at this too fast. I'm going slow now. Okay, stop. I can't wait. Oh, God. I need carry. I put that. Are we going to watch some Play-Doh? Go.
Give me it.
Look at my feet, Chris. Go.
Chris, is that yours? Huh?
No, it's Monica's.
Let me look in it. Hurry up.
Monica, this is my party. Mom, where's the blues? Make an ugly old thing.
Hey, I don't want a picture.
Hey! Ow! Happy birthday. I'm half a big fan. It's happy birthday.
They're not. That's far. I'll plan.
They're not. They're going far too
I'm going to see it.
You're yellow, Carrie.
Monica, get this on film.
Bye. See you later. Monica, this is my Pepsi. This is my slice can, and we're going to the park now. And I would like Nathan Miller to come up here and do his commercial for you because it is very funny. And that's Justin. We'll show the camp. Huh? It was a... Okay. Now when we get him. All right, give this over.
We have the presentation of diplomas.
Yeah!
You got a stand still, Nathan?
No.
All right.
Let me get another one.
Whoops, I'm sorry.
Nathan?
Yeah. We graduated.
Wait.
Are we stopping? I don't know if we're...
Oh no, we're leaving Dawn.
We're gonna leave Donkey, Mr. Roberts.
Monica.
Yeah.
Jennifer's back there.
Where?
Right there. Over.
Need a stick?
What? I want you to picture. This is terrible. Thanks.
Shut down. Can you come in more, Jose?
A green light? Green light, Monica?
Yeah.
You gonna take a picture of this? Okay.
Somebody could get right up here.
I'm not seeing a green light.
No, that doesn't matter.
It's recording.
With the green light.
The recording?
It's recording.
Oh.
Recording.
That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be an interesting.
What? Right.
Get down. I can't.
Can y'all turn this way this way?
No, not doing it? No, wait, chicken. I want to call her and say,
He's gotta go. He's gotta go. Gotta go.
Chicken.
It'll be on tape.
Look at that chicken.
You're the monitor, something.
but don't hit your head.
Birthday was early in the week. Okay, it's Monday.
Okay.
That's the real trouble. Justin! I got that!
Get that on camera?
Yes, I did.
Guys, big three.
That was just like in that other movie.
Big camera is that? Channel 3 News.
That's what
I'm gonna buy half a day for fun. Oh, short figure. I don't use all that.
Wait, I got this cool camera.
Hey, we're on our cool phone.
Donna, look at
Donna.
What?
Hi, Dana. Hi, Tracy.
I want to watch the movie and I want to go to the room and go. Until then, it's not a good day to be filming. Let's wait till tomorrow. Is that your wife? We're showing this that I'm singing. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Larry. Can't go wear one by her toe. If she has long hair today, we'll call her Weirdy May.
Oh, Trey. What are we doing next? Tell us.
Movie.
What kind of movie?
Yellowstone.
Hey, Monica.
Yep.
How's it feel to be up in the Ark?
I hate heights. Scary.
What's up with that?
I was just, how much I can fall?
You like being up in these scary heights? Or not?
They were drunk. I hope that's a bar.
Oh, God, we're falling.
Crazy.
Where are y'all from? Caldwell.
This is our new friend.
Yes.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm sick. Get me out of here. Perfect. Now entering St. Louis Union Station. However, it took us 45 minutes to get here because our retarded bus driver didn't know where he was going. Thank you very much. Look what I got. Oh my God. What for? I tell you something?
And madly in love.
I'm so tired. Go home. You're on camera. Monica! What?
Karen,
Well?
it's Mr. Herbig giving us directions on what to do with our broken glass. Good night.
A letter. I'm writing a letter home to Eli because I need him.
How long did it take for your pizza to get here? About 20 minutes.
Someday
We
you
are.
will find
Say,
me.
you get your pizza here or else we want your number.
Oh, that was a good one. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Freeze, Brian.
Freeze! Come on. No, David, watch this. No! Watch. No! Come on. Okay. Oh, my knees. Oh. You got heavy?
No, that's not it. One more down, 217. No. It's Mel.
Wait. Hey, turn that camera off.
The front first.
Here, front.
Oh. We went through 12 years of school for just one day. May 1996.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Folks want to step on in and get everybody on the carpeted area. Go ahead and get started.
Greg, did you have fun?
Break. Yeah, break so you can smoke it.
Shauna, do that again.
I can't. One-time thing. Oh, here, Sean.
You suck.
Here, what? This? I did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, did you see that, folks?
I'll do it.
Amazing.
I don't know if I can do it
Tracy's
again.
gonna
They're $8.
Wow. Look at her devour that.
I can't do it, guys, so I'm not even gonna. Oh, where are we leaving?
I don't know.
We'd like to welcome everybody here this afternoon to the 1996 Senior Assembly. Hope everybody has a good time, and anything we say is all in fun. We don't mean to hurt anybody by it. And if everybody will stand, we'll have the flag salute now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to begin this afternoon with the awarding of the honors, the scholarships, and the awards. And we'll be beginning with the Alumni Association.
Once again this year, the CHS Alumni Association is very proud to be able to give out 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,200. And we've got a certain amount of time that the students have to use this scholarship. I do want to apologize to the 2 recipients. Our secretary had a baby. I don't have our letterhead, and they've got a plain piece of tablet paper inside the envelope here, but it's just as good as our letterhead. Our first recipient, I'm very proud to say, is Monica Sawyer. Our next recipient is Dana McDormand.
Mr. Roberts will now present the Lions Club Scholarship.
On behalf of our organization, it is my honor. Is it on? As a representative of our organization, it's my honor to present a $500 scholarship to a boy and a girl in the graduating class. Aaron Wolf. And the girl, Marissa Burdett. Each year, KSU presents an award to the outstanding student in mathematics and science. Since Miss Reese didn't want to do this, I got the honor. Aaron Wolf.
Jennifer Sturm will now present the Caldwell Jane Scholarship.
On behalf of the Caldwell Janes, I am pleased to present a $500 scholarship to Shauna Knowles.
Opal White will now present the VFW Auxiliary Scholarship.
In behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary to the VFW, I am happy to present our $700 scholarship to Dana McDormand. Congratulations.
The Thelma L. Fisk Memorial Scholarship requires that the recipient have a minimum of a 3.0 grade point average, have attended CHS at least 2 semesters prior to graduation, demonstrated the ability to get along with adults and peers, and have shown evidence of the desire to learn. The recipient of the Thelma L. Fisk Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $200 is Carrie Struble. Congratulations. The F.A. Petrick Scholarship develops from an endowment that was given by Mr. Petrick honoring a graduating senior. The $500 scholarship for this year goes to Aaron Wolf. On behalf of the Starlight Study Club, I would like to present their scholarship to Shauna Knowles. We have a new scholarship this year in memory of Betty Tidwell. Betty Tidwell served the Caldwell Unified School District 360 for 31 years, from 1960 to 1991, as secretary to the superintendent and bookkeeper clerk for the school hot lunch program. The many students who attended Caldwell schools during those years became in many respects a part of her extended family. Betty's support of student activities throughout the years and after her retirement was a reflection of her affection and dedication to the youth of Caldwell. A scholarship in her memory appropriately symbolizes the values she placed on youth and education. The family has asked me to present this $600 scholarship in her behalf. This year's recipient is Dana McNorman. The Kent White Memorial Scholarship was started in January of 1994 to honor a graduate or graduating senior who has chosen to pursue his or her education after high school. The scholarship is given in memory of Kent, a CHS alumnus who truly believed that our youth are our future. As Kent loved all sports, the scholarship is given to a male or female athlete who also has high academic standards. The scholarship is to assist that student in his or her endeavors in the next step of their education. The 1996 Kent White Memorial Scholarship goes to Dana McNorman. Kent's family says good luck next year, Dana. Gwen Rice will now present the PEO Scholarship.
Chapter DW of the PEO in Caldwell every year presents an award to the two girls in the senior class who have the highest grade point average. Sorry, guys. The first award for $75 check goes to Miss Dana McDorman. And the second check goes to Shauna Knowles.
Mr. Joseph Anton will now present the Czech Scholarship.
We have for the Czech chapter for Autumn Holt.
We have another new scholarship this year that is a county-wide scholarship. The Loughborough Educational Trust was established by Marvel Loughborough. The awards are based on moral character, scholastic achievement, and economic need, and are available to deserving graduating students of the accredited high schools of Sumner County. For this scholarship, you may also apply for a renewal next year. Caldwell High School is proud to have a recipient of this scholarship. I also would like to add in this, Sumner County has 15 recipients of this scholarship, and they're $1,500 apiece, so we feel quite privileged. This year's scholarship goes to Dana McDormand. I would also like to mention we do have some scholarships that have already been announced, but I think these students are very deserving of having those mentioned today on their special day. One of those scholarships is the Raymond Fry Scholarship, of which Aaron Wolf was a winner of that one. Aaron? Along with that, several of the institutions that the students are going to be attending this next fall have also given scholarships to them. And through their GPAs, their activities, different activities that they're doing, they have earned these scholarships. And I have certificates for some of them, and I don't have certificates for some, but I would like to make you all aware of these. From Cali County Community College, I have certificates for Amber Countryman, who is receiving a journalism scholarship, Bonnie Schaffner, an instrumental music scholarship, and Aaron Wolf, an ACT scholarship. If you would come forward, please. Shake my hand. Right hand. You're welcome. Congratulations. Since I'm the new woman on the block, I didn't ask if I could do this or not. I'm just going to do it. So, one thing about it, all they can do is tell me I shouldn't do it next year. But I am going to go ahead and mention all the rest of these students that have earned scholarships because I feel like they are very deserving of these. Kids, you don't have to stand or anything. We know who you are, but we're very proud of you. Melissa Burdette has received a basketball and academic scholarship to help her with her studies at Southwestern College. Justin Hatcher has received a photojournalism scholarship to help him with his books at Hutchinson County Community College. Seth Hinton has received a football scholarship to help with books and tuition at Highland Community College. Dana Leedy has received a tuition to help her with her studies for Cali County Community College. Dana McDormand has received a volleyball, basketball, and academic scholarship to assist her at Southwestern College. Carrie Struble has received an athletic scholarship to assist her at Nicholls State University. And Tracy Toney has received a books and tuition scholarship to assist her at Cali County Community College. I think this indicates the type of class that we're dealing with here, and I want them all to know that I'm very proud of them. There's probably some I'm missing. There's probably some we'll still be working on in August. But that's okay. But I want them to know that we're all very proud of them. We'll move on to the awards at this time. We have the U.S. Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award, and we have Sergeant First Class Joseph Mick and Staff Sergeant Donald Abbott to present these.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Could I please get Dana McDormand and Nathan Miller to come forward? Thank you for inviting us here to Caldwell High School this afternoon. I'm Sergeant Joseph Mick, and I'm the new station commander for the Army Recruiting Office in Ark City, the one we're still in the process of opening. And I've got Staff Sergeant Don Abbott here with me. He's the Army Reserve representative. We're here to honor two young people that are very deserving with the U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete Award. These two fine young folks have excelled both academically and athletically through the year. And the United States Army Reserve recognizes people across the country and have been doing so over the last 10 years. And these two folks are very deserving and deserve a big round of applause. Thank you.
The Dale Dennis Excellence in Education Award was established this year by Kansas school administrators to honor the long and valuable service that Dale Dennis gave to Kansas education. Winners of this award throughout Kansas high schools are those individuals who have displayed the citizenship, community and school service, scholarship, and common sense characteristics that make them a quality person. Caldwell High School is proud to present this award to Bonnie Schaffner. Each year, the Kansas State High School Activities Association presents citizenship awards to the students at the exiting levels, 8th grade and 12th grade. They present one to an outstanding young male and one to an outstanding young female. But this year, we had a tie, so we're presenting 3. I would, for your information, like to go over the 3 areas that these awards are earned on. They are respect, responsibility, and reverence. And respect, they must show respect at all times for the flag, our national anthem, and the Constitution. They must show respect for the students and citizens of the school and community, respect both public and private property, show respect for the student and adult leaders in school and community, and demonstrate a tolerance and respect for the religious conviction of others. Under responsibility, they must demonstrate the willingness to assume citizenship responsibilities in school and community, work to build school pride through active participation in those projects which publicize, honor, or beautify the school, display good sportsmanship whether as a participant or as a spectator, must be friendly toward new students and encourage them to become involved in school activities. And under reverence, they must show reverence and concern for life. This year's female awards go to Dana McDorman and Monica Sawyer. Our male citizenship award goes to Aaron Wolf. The Presidential Academic Fitness Award was established to encourage students to achieve high academic standards by recognizing and rewarding them for educational excellence. This award is given at the exit levels from elementary, junior, and high school. In order to qualify, a student must have a minimum of a 3.5 grade point average and achieve in the 85th percentile or above on standardized tests. This year's recipient for senior high school is Aaron Wolf. Aaron, you may as well come up. I also want to present Aaron a certificate. He has received honorable mention on the 1996 Academic All-State Team, which was sponsored by the Topeka Capital Journal.
First, I want to extend a congratulations to each and every member of the 96 graduating class on their accomplishment and for the many, many achievements that they have accomplished over the last 4 years as students at CHS. We're very proud of you. We're going to miss you. And I certainly wish each and every one of you the best success in every part of your life as the years go by. The seniors qualify for the Principal's Award for Excellence in Leadership by scoring in the top 25% on a college admission standardized test. This year, I have the pleasure of presenting a Principal's Award to Aaron Wolf. I also have the honor of presenting or recognizing the class salutatorian and valedictorian for the class of 1996. And at this time, I will recognize them with trophies. The class valedictorian, class salutatorian. The salutatorian is the second place based on the overall grade point average for 4 years in high school. At this time, it's my pleasure to present this award for the salutatorian to Dana McDormand. The class valedictorian award is presented to Aaron Wolf.
Okay, we're going to do the class history. We'll start with kindergarten. We all met and became friends for life. Miss Boyer was our teacher, and if we all weren't nervous enough on the first day, Monica didn't help things much by throwing up SpaghettiOs all over Melissa during the flag salute. Bonnie also had a little accident. She caught a Kleenex on fire and it burned her arm. What? Shauna had her first tardy. Amber peed all over the floor, and the girls sitting next to her thought the roof was leaking.
First grade. Mrs. Malacher and Mrs. Tyler were our teachers. We thought we were cool because we got to ride the bus from St. Martin's to the cafeteria for lunch every day. Our favorite games at recess were kickball and king and queen of the jungle gym. Dana and Derek got 10 minutes on the wall for holding hands under the reading table. Shauna was tardy again.
Second grade. We had a very crafty second grade class. Mrs. Struble and Mrs. Fitch were our teachers, but Mrs. Fitch had a baby, and she was replaced by mean Miss Hula. Jennifer Morrison moved here from Oklahoma. We spent a lot of time making cross-stitched pillows and scarecrows. The hot couples were Nathan and Shauna, Dana and Aaron, and Justin and almost every girl. Shauna received a carnation for Valentine's Day from a 6th grade admirer, and Nathan was jealous. The girls in Mrs. Fitch's class had to stay in every recess until somebody admitted to stamping a happy face stamp in the girls' restroom. 10 years later, Tracy Tony finally confessed. We wrote tons of letters to get the ornate box turtle passed as our state reptile.
Third grade. This was a pretty average year for everyone except Tracy Tony. She was pushed off the merry-go-round and she broke her arm. When she got her cast off, she broke it again. Then she broke it again. Tracy Schwartberger moved here from Alamogordo, New Mexico. After being dared by Scott, Carrie got in big trouble for bringing a Playboy magazine to school and flashing it to all the boys at recess. The hot couples were still Shauna and Nathan and Dana and Aaron.
Fourth grade, Mrs. Laddie and Miss Brewery were our teachers. Miss Brewery got engaged that year, and we're still waiting for her to get for her wedding. We almost made a huge kolache. Oops. We also made a huge kolache on check day. Aaron also had the misfortune of rolling his mom's car 3 times. Fortunately, he wasn't harmed. Tracy and Justin were boyfriend and girlfriend. Guess what? Shauna was still tardy.
We were all joined together in Miss Schmidt's class. Of course, Shauna and Nathan, Dana and Aaron, and Tracy and Justin were still together. Monica and Charlie were the new couples. When he gave her a kiss on the cheek, she thought she was pregnant.
6th grade. We were once again all together. Mr. Miller was our teacher, but due to circumstances that we controlled, he left us. Miss Weber finished out the rest of the year. We got our privileges for having Mr. Miller's pet gecko in the room taken away because Seth put a penny in his cage. All the boys except for Nathan and Aaron got in trouble for clogging the shower drains in PE and sliding across the floor. After that, all the couples broke up because the girls thought they were more mature than the boys. Plus, all the girls were taller than the boys. Jennifer dislocated her elbow doing a cartwheel while practicing her cheerleading tryouts. Melissa and Shauna made cheerleader, and that caused a major fight among friends. Charlie brought a condom to class and blew it up like a balloon. Carrie laughed so hard on the swings that she peed in her pants and had to go home and change. And, can you believe it, Tracy Choney broke her arm again. Scott left our class to live in South Haven for a while. We went on a field trip to Strutter Field and rode in an airplane.
7th grade. We were the studs going to school in the high school building. Charlie got a swat from Mr. Jameson for punching Mackenzie Lamb. Amber had a huge crush on Aaron Roop and wrote a 4-page story about it in English class. We went swimming for PE, and Carrie jumped off the diving board and lost her swimming suit top. Carla moved here from Ulysses, Kansas. On her first day of school, she knocked over the books and the whole desk when she stood up.
8th grade. This was the year for sports. The girls' basketball team only lost 1 game and won league championship. Bonnie threw up on the floor in the middle of a game. The boys' basketball team, on the other hand, only won 1 game. Steve Michael joined us from Fresno, California. Mary was the track star in the 100-meter dash. Tracy tried her luck at the high jump and got her first bloody nose.
Freshmen. Monica, Melissa, me, Nathan, Charlie, and Derek were stuck in study hell. They sometimes received detention for acting up in this study hall class. Homecoming week, Derek was taped up by the seniors and thrown into Last Chance Bar and Grill. Our float fell apart before it made it through the parade. Needless to say, we took last place. And can you believe it? Justin was on the Scholars Bowl team. Shauna was our homecoming queen candidate. Scott missed his Caldwell class so much that he moved back.
Sophomore. We took last place in our float again. Shauna got locked in the locker room during halftime at the league tournament at Cali. She had to beat on the door until a janitor heard it and let her out. Justin moved away to Oklahoma but returned at the end of the year. Dana was nominated for homecoming queen. Steve represented our class in the Mr. CHS contest.
Junior. Aaron, Steve, and Nathan ventured to Germany for 15 days with the German class. The girls made it to sub-state in basketball, but lost in overtime to Central. The football boys switched to 8-man football. Autumn joined our class from Wellington. We received last on our float again, but we did win first in Battle of the Classes. We had the privilege of building an awesome prom. Melissa was our homecoming queen candidate, and Steve represented us again for Mr. CHS. Our favorite teacher and sponsor, Miss Hauber, moved to Derby, which is here today. Over there in the corner.
Go ahead and stand up. Huh? I know. Senior, finally our senior year at last. Can you believe it? We didn't get last on our float. We got third, and we beat the freshmen. The basketball girls got revenge on Central and scored over 100 points on them. The volleyball girls won the regional tournament. Melissa, Dana, and Shauna represented our class for homecoming queen candidates. Shauna was crowned queen. We won the second annual Battle of the Classes. We have 5 girls in our class who are engaged and 1 promised. Monica, Amber, Carrie, and Nathan went to state journalism. We also have 2 friends from Mexico that joined our class this year, Nora Anaya and Jose Baca. We took our senior trip to St. Louis, Missouri, toured the Anheuser-Busch factory and Busch Stadium, ate on the only floating Mickey D's, went to the top of the arch, shopped at Union Station Mall, and went to the zoo. We were the first class in over 40 years to stay overnight.
We're going to read Can You Imagines. Can you imagine Nora not talking about Eloy?
Can you imagine Jose not working on the farm?
Can you imagine Melissa Burdett not exercising?
Can you imagine Amber not laughing at everything?
Can you imagine Justin Hatcher having a car that runs?
Can you imagine Seth wearing a shirt that Boz approves of?
Can you imagine Autumn Holt getting along with everyone?
Can you imagine Shauna being on time?
Can you imagine Scott with all his natural teeth?
Can you imagine Dana Leedy being mean to everyone?
Can you imagine Dana McDormand short, fat, and lazy?
Can you imagine Carla Metcalf not gossiping?
Can you imagine Steve Michael preppy with a different hairstyle?
Can you imagine Nathan Miller in Western wear?
Can you imagine Jennifer Morrison doing something alone?
Can you imagine Monica sleeping without a nightlight?
Can you imagine Tracy Shortfigure energetic and worried about something?
Can you imagine Bonnie Schaffner with her natural eye color?
Can you imagine Carrie Struble not voicing her own opinion?
Can you imagine Tracy Toney not flirting with little boys or older men?
Can you imagine Charlie Waters with his original hair color?
Can you imagine Mary Williams not working?
Can you imagine Aaron Wolf getting lower than a C?
Can you imagine Derek not being in trouble?
We're going to read the 20 years from now. Pick up the mic. 20 years from now, Nora Anaya will own her own Mexican restaurant.
20 years from now, Jose Baca will own the biggest ranch in Mexico.
20 years from now, Melissa Burdett will be the owner of a fitness center.
20 years from now, Amber Countryman will be the editor of the New York Times.
20 years from now, Justin Hatcher will be the owner of a junkyard.
20 years from now, Seth Hinton will be skinny dipping in a Rocky Mountain stream.
20 years from now, Autumn Holt will be the owner of her own art gallery.
20 years from now, Shauna Knowles will still be looking for the man of her dreams.
20 years from now, Scott Lee will be the owner of a John Deere dealership.
20 years from now, Dana Leedy will be running her own chain of the Brick Motel.
20 years from now, Dana McDormand will be the next Gabrielle Reese. 20 years from now, Carla Metcalf will be the psychologist on the Ricky Lake Show.
20 years from now, Steve Michael will be the lead singer of a number one band.
20 years from now, Nathan Miller will have won the Masters and be the president and owner of the Caldwell Golf Course.
20 years from now, Jennifer Morrison will be the leader of an animal rights movement.
20 years from now, Monica Sawyer will be married and co-owner of Caldwell Bowl.
20 years from now, Tracy Schwartzberger still won't care.
20 years from now, Bonnie Schaffner will still be waiting for the patches for her letter jacket.
20 years from now, Carrie Struble will be the professional alligator wrestler.
20 years from now, Tracy Toney will be the next Anna Nicole Smith, married to a rich 90-year-old man.
20 years from now, Charlie Waters will be the President of the United States.
20 years from now, Mary Williams will be the owner of Gambino's Pizza.
20 years from now, Aaron Wolf will be arrested for fraud.
20 years from now, Derek Zulkowski will be the president of Snackwells.
We're going to read the senior songs. Nora Anaya, New Kid in Town.
Jose Baca, Hard-Working Man.
Melissa Burdett, Let's Get Physical.
Amber Countryman, Going to the Chapel.
Justin Hatcher, Fight for Your Right.
Seth Hinton, Sweet Dreams.
Autumn Holt, She's Crafty.
Shauna Knowles, Gonna Have a Party.
Scott Lee, John Deere Green.
Dana Leedy, Always Be My Baby.
Dana McDormand, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Carla Metcalf, Something to Talk About.
Steve Michael, The Great Gig in the Sky.
Nathan Miller, Smashing Young Man.
Jennifer Morrison, Time for Change.
Monica Sawyer, All Apologies.
Tracy Shortfigure, Easy Come, Easy Go.
Bonnie Schaffner, Wherever I May Roam.
Carrie Struble, No Need to Argue.
Tracy Toney, Teaser.
Charlie Waters, Madman.
Mary Williams, Gotta Get Out of Here.
Aaron Wolf, Perfect.
And Derek Zulkowski, House Arrest.
Whatever. Okay. Do I have to stand up there? No way. Where's my nap? Where's my nap? I, Autumn Holt, will my ability to just say no to Jack Schmidt.
I, Dana McDormand, will my sense of humor and a positive attitude to a few freshman girls in need.
I, Bonnie Schaffner, will my ability to keep my mouth shut to Travis Sawyer.
I, Monica Sawyer, will my ability not to whine in track practice to Don Ward.
I, Carrie Struble, will my ability to want to get into a fight and refrain to Melissa Michael.
I, Melissa Burdett, will my ability to make it to class on time to Craig Doty.
I, Mary Williams, will my ability to keep my mouth shut when not being spoken to any junior girl who needs it.
I, Shauna Knowles, will my ability to eat without making a mess to my darling little sister Shelby.
I, Tracy Toney, will my ability to drive safely and with a license to Amanda Carter.
I, Dana Laney, will my quiet nature to Sarah Barline and Becky Whittem.
I, Amber Countryman, will my editing abilities to next year's editor, Becky Calling.
I, Carla Metcalf, will my ability to pay attention and talk without getting into trouble in Miss Hill's class to Alan Subera.
I, Jose Vaca, will my Spanish talking ability to Brand Boschmidt.
I, Steve Michael, will my fashion style to Boz.
I, Nathan Miller, will my half of the David Laddie taxi service to Kelly Conrady.
I, Scott Lee, will my ability to drive a tractor to Melissa Wykes, Kevin Williams, and Carly Henry. I, Seth Hinton, will my I Got a Woody t-shirt to my crowd so Boz can have somebody to yell at.
I, Aaron Wolf, will my ability to stay out of trouble to Brant Bo Schmidt.
I, Justin Hatcher, will my hair to Mr. Sawyer and the E-ride to Craig Doty.
I, Jennifer Morrison, will my great attitude and always smiling face to Mr. Foster and my ability to respect friendship to any junior girl in need.
I, Tracy Shortfigure, will my ability to stay out of trouble with my parents to Angela Webster.
I, Charlie Waters, will my ability to get in trouble to Aaron Jones.
I, Derek Zolkowski, will my weight to Mr. Roberts.
We're going to give the teachers their gifts now. We'll start with Hug, if he'll come up here. We got Hug a car to work on in shop next year and some mouse traps to catch his Slim Fast mouse.
Since Boz is so jealous of Seth's shirts, we made one for him, and we also got him some magic mints.
Since Miss Reese is always talking about her dog, Molly, chewing on things, we got her a bag of plastic bottles for Molly and some new magic pencils for her room. Where we go? Are we just skipping? No, I'm just... It's back here. It's over here on this page.
You didn't see?
No, we're up for pretend. Oh.
We got Mr. Burdett a coupon for free time on the internet and an internet anonymous handbook.
So we won't hear Coach Mack crying Sunday. We got our bag of Tootsie Pops to suck on. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. We got them on.
For Mr. Jameson, we got him a puzzle of the United States to help him teach his geography and history classes.
Since our class always snuck into my mom's room, Mrs. Wolf, we got her and took candy. We got her a bag of candy and we're returning her candy dish. And Nathan and Seth said they'll get their calculators to you as soon as they're done with physics.
Miss Bocox, since she's always getting on the girls to trim their nails and keyboarding, we got her a complete nail set.
For Mr. Bocox, we got him a welcome mat for when he gets his house built in Bella Vista, Arkansas.
For Miss Vanek, we got her a picture of Dixie so that when she's gone next year, her spirit will forever remain in the library.
So we got Mr. Roop a T-shirt. So he won't always have to tell the boys and girls on the bus where to sit. It says, says boys in the front, girls in the front, boys in the back, no love actitions.
So Miss Roop won't always have to listen to Mr. Roop. We also got her a shirt.
We found Mrs. Ginn another puzzle just to add to her collection for kids to have something to do in her class when they're not singing.
For Angie and Pam, we got Gambino's gift certificates since they eat there every day for lunch.
For Mr. Foster, we got him a couple of country western dance videos for him and his wife.
Lorraine, we got her a stress reliever ball to handle all the stress of the school.
Since Dixie spends so much time helping others, we got her this craft to remember us by next year when she's gone. And it's for 2 boys and 2 girls helping each other climb up over the side of a table or a ledge, whatever she puts it on.
Miss Fox, we got you your first piece of furniture for your new office.
Since Miss Johnson's always so busy helping her kids with their sheep after school, we figured she'd be tired of the noise, so we found her the quietest sheep around.
She's up there. Throw it.
Chuck it up there.
Oh, nope. We got Miss Bevins a little device to help her adjust to the new speed limits.
Chuck it up there. We got Miss Cornejo a new supply of caramel apple suckers. Okay, drop down here to Sawyer. What is it?
Got Mr. Sawyer something to help pass the time on long bus trips, I guess.
That's Mr.
Who's that for?
Mr. Herman.
How are we getting a breathalyzer?
We can't find it. Since Mr. Herbig took our phone out here in the hall away for dialing 911, yesterday or a couple days ago when he dialed 911, Pam and Angie took his phone away, so we got him a phone to have to use. We're doing hot. We'll do Mr. We'll do Miss Hobbers next. You want to do Hobbs?
Yeah. I guess we need Mr. Roberts and Miss Hill. Just a little something to say thanks for all your hard work this year. I told him what it is.
No. Tell him to open it. Open it. Tell him to keep them warm on those cold bus trips. And even though Miss Auber's not our class sponsor now, we still got her a gift, and we'd like her to come up here and get it. Okay. We got her a class T-shirt, and hopefully by Sunday we'll have a picture for you of the class. Well, I guess that's all of our gifts, so Dana will finish.
Going to read the poem on the back page. Friendship may be a simple thing, but lots of love it can bring. Things to share and talk about, it's just something you can't do without. All your life, friendship lasts. Through the years, you'll look back, remembering laugh and happy times, along with cries and sorrow sighs. Friendship can never come apart because it comes straight from the heart. Friendships don't die, they continue to grow, so be sure to cherish the friendships you know. Thanks for coming.
members of the school board, Mr. Herbig, Mr. Foster, faculty, family, friends, classmates, and other guests. It's an honor to be able to speak to you this afternoon. We pondered many study hall hours, thinking of what to talk about, looked through many books for just one quote to set us on our journey, but none was found. Finally, Dana stumbled onto a poem that set us on our journey of writing our speech, The Road of Life.
When we began on our road of life, there were lots of things in store. We knew we'd be so happy, we wanted everything and more. When we were on a roll and life became our guide, first grade wasn't so hard, and we were enjoying the ride. But more and more, the road of life got rocky and we'd fall. I wanted to be in the in crowd. Life wasn't answering my call. But slowly I prayed one day that my problems would fade away. We each have had our troubled times, but that is how we grow. As this road ends, another begins, and then we finally realize that on our road of life, we have a long way to go.
13 years ago, our road of life began together. We started at school at St. Martin's. Our first day of school, everyone was scared and a bit nervous, but excited at the same time. We were ready to start school, but our parents were having a hard time letting go. They weren't ready for us to begin.
Our roads forked as we entered elementary school, and we were rarely all together in one classroom. We traveled many roads and many miles to go on field trips, which were the only times our paths crossed until 5th grade. Our roads joined back together for 5th and 6th grade, and we followed our path to our 6th grade graduation. We were ready to enter junior high.
Junior high passed by quickly, and then we had to start over again on our road as freshmen. As we entered high school, the road had many twists and turns. Our freshman year was a little rocky, and we had a few disappointments. We received last place on our float because it fell over before entering the parade. For the next 3 years, we never received higher than 3rd place on any float. However, we did manage to win Battle of the Classes 2 years in a row. As a class, we haven't traveled down the road of disappointments too many times.
While we all traveled the same major highway through high school, our paths diverged according to our own personal interests. Some of us spent many miles on the road going to various sports activities and other school functions. Although we weren't all together on these trips, I hope that we took pride in our classmates' achievements but felt sorrow in their defeats.
We may not have always agreed or succeeded as a class, but together we have hurdled a few roadblocks which previous classes chose not to challenge. We courageously went to the school board and had our overnight senior trip to St. Louis approved. This was the first trip in over 40 years. We also agreed to select the prom king and queen as an honor instead of a dishonor.
The one road we have traveled the most is Main Street. We've covered many miles driving up and down that road. The 12-year club had their picture taken at the turnaround on South Main, which is very appropriate as all of our lives are now turning into new directions.
As everyone turns onto their own roads, today is the last mile we traveled together. We've been waiting for this day our whole life, and now that it is here, we are feeling the same as we did when we started kindergarten. We're all excited about leaving, but sad that our high school years are over. Our parents are also struggling the same as they did 13 years ago. They aren't quite ready for us to be grown up, and they aren't quite ready to say goodbye either.
Today, our class's road will end as we walk down the aisle with diploma in hand. But as we leave, our personal roads are just beginning. We will each have our own road to travel, whether it leads us down the road of happiness or down the road of disappointment. We will all travel our separate ways, but I hope that the memories we have made together will travel with us no matter where we are going.
No matter how smooth or rocky the road, none was as rocky as the one we traveled when we lost our classmate, Angela Lee. Even though she left us after the 2nd grade, she has been in our hearts every step of the way.
To Angela, your loving memory will never forsake us. No matter how far we may wander, no matter how lost we will be, you will always be there for us, making your loving presence known. As gentle as a lamb, you will guide us. As our friend, you will share in our joys and sorrows. Death is no obstacle. We will always make you a part of our lives. Friendship is an item to be cherished, not something to be treated secondhand. We do not grieve for you, but we bask in our favorite memory of you. In our hearts, you will always be there for us. You will never escape our memories. We realize you are gone, but we may never understand why. You are so young and so good at heart. Why could anyone take you away? We may never have the answers, but we do have the facts. You're gone, and we miss you very much.
And now, as we, the class of 1996, bid you farewell and leave to begin our journey down life's road, we say thanks to our parents, families, teachers, administrators, and friends who have helped shape our lives thus far, and pray for you. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm on your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
I have the pleasure of introducing a lady who made a long trip from her home in New Mexico to be here to help the seniors celebrate this very, very special day. She graduated from Caldwell High School a few years ago and continued her education in Wichita, where she earned the nursing diploma from the Wesley School of Nursing. She also completed the bachelor degree requirements at Kansas Newman College, and she holds a master's degree from Wichita State University. Her professional career has involved the administration of health care services in Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Donna Lowe, class of 1967.
After that introduction, it makes me think like I can't keep a job. Wow, what a day. I bet many of you wondered if we'd ever see this day. The parents have been working on this for over 12 years, and the class of 1996 for 12 years. How exciting. As I thought about this day and prepared for it, I got lots of advice, and I'm sure that you've gotten a lot of advice too. My advice was stand up straight, talk loud. We can't hear over these fans, so you got to talk loud. Don't sing or dance. You can't do that very well, so don't even try. Don't talk too long. We're not here to hear you. We got to get over so we can party. And don't talk about yourself because no one's interested anyway. So much for my brother's advice. So that narrows the scope of this speech down considerably. Now, if any of you read Kara Coe's article about me in the Blue News, she said that this speech was only going to be 15 minutes. So, everybody check your clocks, because we're going to start this speech. Parents define success differently than kids. Adults differently than young adults. Senior citizens differently than children. And so no matter what each of us think, we have a definition of success. As I researched a little bit about this, I asked the seniors what they thought and how they defined success. One of the things that I thought about as I was preparing for this speech, and I started looking up the seniors and their background, is that over 70% of the seniors today had parents who graduated from CHS and walked across this stage. Most of those parents had Miss Reese as their teachers too. Also, 40% of the class had grandparents who walked across this stage and graduated from CHS. Now that's a wonderful honor and quite a tradition to be part of. Now, back to my research and the help from the class. I asked the seniors how they define success, and they define success by 3 ways: achieving their goals, becoming rich and famous, and by having happiness. Now, when I asked them to tell me who was the most successful person that they knew of, they divided that into 2 groups. Now, the first group, of course, was relatives, and I want you to know grandparents won that one by a landslide. The second group was the rich and famous. Some of them liked Michael Jordan. Some of them liked Emmitt Smith. Personally, I'm a Troy Aikman fan, but that's okay. Some of them liked Joe Montana, and there was a couple that were into Bill Gates. Then I asked the class, how do they measure success? In other words, how would you know when you've been there, when you're successful? They answered in the following way. Happiness was the first way they answered, and that won by a landslide. They also all want to be rich and famous and have lots of money. But there were about 4 answers that I loved. Nathan Miller defines success as being under par. Jennifer Morrison, when she's successful, when she's done it all. Autumn Holt, if she's successful, when she has no worries at retirement. And then Carrie Struble defines success as having a mansion in the mountains. I bet it'll be cooler there. So, with the class of 96's help, we're going to talk a little bit about how you define success. The class of 96 has 4 ways that they define it. The first way was financial success, if you didn't pick that one up. Our culture places a lot of emphasis on financial success. We see it in TV. We see it in movies. It's measured by the things that you have, the places you go, the people you see, the things you do. Status that you get because of financial success. Does that really represent success? Did you recently hear about the car crash in Colorado? This young professional was driving too fast. He couldn't make the curve, and he and his car went careening down the mountainside, over the rocks and hills and into a creek bed. One of the passers-by stopped and rushed down the mountain to get to him. And when he got there to where the car lay all smashed and battered, the driver was crawling out, and the passerby said, "Oh, are you okay? Can I help you?" And all the driver could say is, "Oh, my BMW, my BMW, my BMW." And he stared at his wrecked BMW sports car. But the passerby looked at him and said, "Oh, but sir, you're bleeding, and your left arm is cut off." And he said, "Oh, my Rolex, my Rolex, my Rolex." Is that how you define success? Recently, I had the opportunity to meet a very wealthy family in New Mexico. He was a New Mexico farmer. He and his wife, along with their only son, had accumulated thousands of acres of ranch land, farmland, and prime riverland. Now remember, this is New Mexico, and it takes a lot of acres in New Mexico to make a living in the high desert. This family had done very well, and when anybody in the community was asked to name somebody who was very successful, they would name this family. And all of them considered them the successful people in the community. I had the opportunity to meet them because their 18-year-old son had been in a major car crash and was in our intensive care unit. During the stay following the crash, the family at their bedside prayed to God, cursed God, pleaded with God, and bargained with God for their son's life. Well, he recovered after spending months in our rehabilitation hospital, never to walk again. Would you define them as successful? What about the young woman who you probably could remember, who was born and raised in a very wealthy shipping family? Her daddy owned a large shipping fleet and shipped oil and freight from all over the world. She had the best private schools, drove the fastest and sleekest cars, and servants and bodyguards and professional assistants. And when her daddy died, she inherited millions of dollars. For the next 5 years, she played hard and left the running of the shipping company to her business associates. At the end of that 5 years, she decided to check it out. Let's see what this business is doing. And discovered that over the 5 years, her worth had dropped by over 50%, the value she was at her father's death. Would you define her as successful? Each of these individuals had a form of financial success. They had security and lots of things, but were they successful? The second way the class defined success was professional success. Most of us reach a major decision in our lives, some of us about this time, but there are some of us in my family that are still searching for, what do I want to be when I grow up? I assume that you all have had that question asked you a lot. What do you want to be when you get out of school? The senior class responded that they were going to art, major in business, in music, education, and one in healthcare for physicians. Now, I didn't see any nurses in this crowd, so I guess I'm going to have to work on the junior class, or maybe the sophomores. Most of us measure success by our profession. When you meet somebody, one of the second things you say after introducing yourself is, what do you do for a living? And that's what you talk about, is your profession, what you do. Profession is an attitude that we carry with us. It becomes part of us. There was a shoe company in New York. After reviewing the marketing campaign, decided that they needed to build their territory in the Appalachian Mountains of eastern Kentucky and Tennessee and western North and South Dakota, or Carolina. Now, if you've ever seen the old Burt Reynolds movie Deliverance, this is what we're talking about. So, the shoe company recruited a new college graduate right out of New York City and sent him off to Appalachian Mountains. He sent back reports every week for the first couple of weeks, and then pretty soon the shoe company didn't hear from him. And then after about 4 more weeks, they got a fax, and it said, "I quit. The hicks in this mountain don't value shoes, don't know the importance of good shoes, and don't even wear them." Well, the company officials thought about it, and they watched the market reports, and they still believed that this would be a fabulous place for their shoes. So they decided to try one more time, and they went and hired a college graduate from a rural college. And off the graduate went to the mountains of the Appalachian area, just like the first. And every week sent in a report just like the first. And pretty soon they didn't hear from this graduate just like the first. After about 4 weeks, this graduate sent a fax to the company, and it said, "Send help. What an opportunity. These people don't know the importance of good shoes. They don't value them, and they don't even wear them. What an opportunity." The only perfect career is one which makes you happy, one that makes you happy to get up in the morning. It makes you feel good to look at yourself in the mirror. It makes you feel like you can contribute, you can give of yourself to others. Does that mean you have to have a title? Do you have to have 1,200 people working for you? No. A perfect career is measured in part by your attitude. Now, the third way that the class of '96 defined success is in the accomplishment of their dreams. Now, I'm from New Mexico. Have you ever seen a native Indian dream catcher? Well, the dream catcher is a round fetish or totem that has in the center of it a web of wool or mesh with some precious stones and 2 feathers hanging off of it. The Indians believe that our environment is surrounded by good and bad, evil spirits. And then the Indian dream catcher, when hung over the windows or the doors, catches the spirits, and the good spirits slide off the feather and die, and the bad spirits do, and the good spirits go in the precious stone and into the people that live in that area. The dream catchers are ones for the Indians to dream dreams. We all dream dreams, either dreams in our sleep or dreams of the future. Michael Jordan, I have to get this in for you boys. Michael Jordan said in an interview in Sports Illustrated that when he was asked about his mediocre performance in baseball, he said, "I can't accept failure. It doesn't matter if you win, but you must try. Every failure puts you closer to a win." In other words, if you don't try to accomplish the dream, we will never have a win. Did Michael win in baseball? He tried. And in his opinion, he won. In the late 1980s, a phrase was developed in which the Nike Corporation captured as a commercial. This phrase represents a new generation, the class of '96. The phrase is, "Just do it." This phrase is a belief of possibilities, a belief in future dreams. It's a sentiment of a new generation, the students of CHS, the class of '96, '97, '98, '99, and maybe even the year 2000. Accomplishing a dream, that's really important. Another noted author, Garth Brooks, said in his song, "The River," that a dream is like a river, ever-changing as it flows, and a dreamer's like a vessel that must follow where it goes. Trying to learn what's from behind you and never knowing what's in store makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shores. Now, the last area that the class defined as success is family and happiness. I believe that that's probably the most important of all. There are many here today that view family based upon how large or how healthy, how close or how compatible. Family is the basic structure which forms our values and our ethics. Family is our support. It helps us into bad times as well as good times. Now, my boss shared with me a story entitled "Lessons from the Geese." He grew up in California. He didn't really understand this, but I figured you would. Growing up on a farm in Kansas in the 60s, I had a lot of chance to watch the geese fly over. We didn't have air-conditioned cabs on our tractors. And it struck me that the lessons from the geese could apply to what a good family is. So you listen and see if you agree. The first lesson, as each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the one behind it. And flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% to the range of possibilities for the bird. Now, the real lesson here is if people share a common direction and sense of communication, we can get where we're going more quickly and more easily because we're traveling on each other's energy. Now, the next lesson from the geese is when a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of flying alone. And it quickly gets back in the formation and takes advantage of the uplifting powers of the others around it. The lesson we can learn is if you had as much sense as a goose, you'd stay in formation with those who are going where you want to go and are willing to accept your help and to give you theirs. The third lesson from geese is when the lead goose gets tired, it rotates back into formation and another goose takes the front position. Well, people like geese depend on each other. The fourth lesson is the geese in formation honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. The lesson we can learn is when we're honking, we need to be sure it's encouraging and not the other way around as you drag Main Street. The fifth lesson from geese is when a goose gets sick or wounded or is shot down by the mighty hunter, two geese drop out of formation and follow it down to help and protect it. They stay with it until it's either able to fly again or it dies, and then they launch out on their own or join up another formation and meet with the original flock. The lesson here is if we had as much sense as a goose, we'd stand by each other in difficult times as well as good. Now, I can tell from the number of family members here and friends today that you graduates have been flying in formation, that you each have a flock to support you. They're honking to cheer you on, and they've stood by you in difficult times and good. Of the 4 definitions of success that we have discussed, none of them define success. How do you define it? Success is not a journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It is a trip, it's not the end. A few years ago, a very popular author was asked to present the graduation ceremony at the University of Illinois. Dr. Seuss, who wrote a poem for the graduates of that college, and he said, my wisdom is in rather short supply, so I have managed to condense everything I know into this epic poem. He then proceeded to read this poem, and I'd like to read it to you. The poem is entitled, My Uncle Twilliger on the Art of Eating Popovers. My uncle ordered popovers from the restaurant's bill of fare, and when they were served, he regarded them with a penetrating stare. Then he spoke great words of wisdom, and he set them on the chair. To eat these things, said my uncle, you must exercise great care. You may swallow down what's solid, but you must spit out the air. And as you partake of the world's bill of fare, that's darn good advice to follow. Do a lot of spitting out of hot air, and be careful what you swallow. Congratulations, seniors, class of 1996.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, graduating seniors and students. This past week, we have had a junior high awards banquet, a senior high awards banquet, and a senior assembly, in which we have honored our students for their accomplishments. This afternoon, the Board of Education of USD 360 would like to honor one of our children's educators. Would Miss Thelma Struble please come forward? Thelma has taught school for a total of 34 years. 26 of those years, she has been a Caldwell Elementary teacher where she has taught Title I reading, math, and classroom teacher. She has truly expanded the 3 R's from reading, writing, and arithmetic to respect, responsibility, and resourcefulness. Thelma, we would like to thank you for your time, your energy, and your enthusiasm and efforts you have showed our patrons, our parents, but most of all our children. At this time, the board would like to present to you this token of our appreciation. Okay? Thank you. And let me make another announcement. And then you want to say a few words? I would also like to make an announcement that tomorrow afternoon from 3:30 to 5:30, there will be a reception in Ms. Struble's honor at the cafeteria, and you all are invited to attend.
This is such a shock, I just can't get over it. I've always told the 4-H kids to be ready to speak on their feet, and the words have gone. I would like to say that the students of CHS have been very important in my life. I also want to say that Aaron and Dana did a wonderful job with their speech today. And to honor Angela, which we all have missed, and it was a great thing when she passed away, and the honor that they gave to her was wonderful. And also to the graduating seniors, you have so much ahead of you. And everybody else that is at CHS, remember, I still love you, and I will be around. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thelma. A couple of announcements. One, I know this is a very important time for everyone, and you want to take pictures. We will be moving the podium. We will try to hold the seniors up so you can take pictures. Feel free to come down to the front to take those pictures. Also, for the junior class, I'm happy to announce that the senior sneak, overnight sneak, was a success. Based on that premise, I would assume that next year you have an opportunity maybe to do the same thing. So congratulate your seniors. It was a nice time, and I enjoyed being their sponsor. So seniors, thank you a lot for the opportunity of the senior sneak. Juniors especially, thank you. So I think you guys deserve that. So at this time, this is a moment we've all been waiting for. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of pleasure and pride to present the class of 1996 who have met the qualifications for graduation as set forth by the Kansas State Board of Education and by the USD 360 Board of Education. At this time, would the class of 1996 please rise and prepare to receive their diplomas? You want to move this now, Bob?
Jose Manuel Baca. Testing. Melissa Ann Burdett. Amber Lee Countryman. Justin Kane Hatcher. Seth Thomas Hinton. Autumn Lynn Holt. Congratulations, Autumn. Shauna Lee Knowles. Scott Lynn Lee. Dana Jo Leedy. Class salutatorian, Dana Lynn McDormand. Carla Ann Medcalf. Stephen Cruz Michael. Nathan Allen Miller. Jennifer Jane Morrison. Monica Marie Sawyer. Tracy Rochelle Switchberger. Bonnie Marie Schaffner. Carrie Jo Struble. Tracy Michelle Tony. Charles Marshall Waters. Marie Catherine Williams. Mary, I'm sorry. Graduating with honors, class valedictorian, Aaron Kent Wood. Derek Adam Zarkowski.
it back to me. You said no star was out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. I had your love, I had it all. I'm grateful for each day you gave me. Maybe I don't know that much, but I know this much is true. I was blessed because I was loved by you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. You were always there for me. The tender winds that carried me. The light in the dark, shining your love into my life. You've been my inspiration. Through the lies you were the truth. The world's a better place because of you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you loved me. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. I'm everything I am because you love me.
Will the seniors please stand? Change your tassels to the right side. Turn and face the audience, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to present the Caldwell High School graduates of the class of 1996.
Baby.
No, you want me to loosen up for you? Yeah.
I was going to, but
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know yet. I'll find something.
You're welcome, Shelby. George.
My grandma. Huh?
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, we've heard it going here. Jared, let's go, John. I will go in my Okay.
Why didn't she write that? She don't like me.
They don't do that.
My family's already did that to me, didn't they?